Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for me and that notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. In today's video, we'll be discussing a Power 5 Titan that has their eyes set on a 2024 Michigan commit, plus Michigan making the top 10 for the #1 edge rusher in the 2025 class, and Aaron Scott's decision date draws closer. We're going to discuss it and two other important dates for the Wolverines, all that, and of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro, man. And I'm going to tell him why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. And I'm gonna tell them why I'm mad. I'm mad because programs can't seem to keep their hands off our things. And in this case, I'm talking about Clemson and their continued pursuit of Michigan commit in the 2024 class, Dominic Nichols, the 6'5", 250-pound Nichols out of Imesville, Maryland, a 4-star edge rusher, rated number 446 in the country, the 33rd ranked edge rusher, and the 14th ranked player in the entire state of Maryland, apparently has been contacted by Clemson. And the Tigers have continued to pursue Nichols, even though he committed to the Wolverines. And it looks as if they are trying to get him on campus sometime this week, which would obviously not be a great thing for the Wolverines. However, it is believed that that is just talk at this point in terms of him taking that visit. However, I will keep you posted as more information becomes available. But Dabo Swinney needs to keep his grubby fingers off of our things. That being said, let's move along. Michigan, of course, has been courting Ohio corner and the #1 player in the state of Ohio, Aaron Scott, now for the better part of a year. Scott has made several visits to Ann Arbor. In fact, he is rumored to be visiting Ann Arbor for the barbecue at least one of these days this weekend. We can't forget he is set to make his official decision on the 30th, right? That is an important date. It is this Sunday. So if Michigan can get him on campus maybe Saturday, that would be massive for the Wolverines. That being said, his father's birthday is that Sunday, July 30th. He is set to make his decision. There is much speculation surrounding this decision. Many believe, including myself, that the Wolverines is where Aaron Scott himself sees himself going, wants to be a Wolverine. However, his father and his family are huge the other state fans, and announcing that you are going to go to the arch rival of the family's favorite program on your father's birthday would be something. I'll just say that. Obviously, the kids do things a little different now, so it could happen. I also don't want to count out Oregon in this, because it could be a situation where, you know, he's like, oh, I can't pick Michigan, right? I don't really want to go to the other state. Oregon's been a dream school of his since he was a kid. They obviously did a great job in recruiting him. He took an official visit to Oregon, and they apparently blew it out of the water. That being said, it is on the other side of the country. So I feel like it's a 2-horse race for the most part, but I cannot rule Oregon out. I think it is a Michigan-Ohio State tight one, with maybe the other state getting a small edge there just because of the family. But I'm not going to count out the Wolverines. I think they have a puncher's chance in this, and especially if they can get him on campus the day before his decision, that would be a huge feather in the cap. It would go a long way for Michigan, I'm sure, in landing Scott. This is an important recruitment. It's not obviously a make or break thing for Michigan, although they really only have one defensive back in the class so far. But this will go a long way in Michigan solidifying themselves on the national scene and in the Midwest, right? Getting big wins over the other state. They already have gotten a couple, including Jordan Scott, right? So this would go a long way in solidifying that position. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I know we've talked about this a couple times. As the date draws nearer, has your confidence level risen or fallen for Aaron Scott? There's a lot of chatter right now, a lot of chatter. It seems as if he has a closer relationship with the 2024 commits in the Michigan class rather than on the other side. Apparently, he only speaks to one or two players for the other state in their commitment or in their 2024 class that have committed. That guy mostly being Bryce West, but in the Michigan class, he talks about extensively how a lot of the guys in that class text him, to block him. He knows where home is, including Jordan Marshall, who he is very friendly with and has a good relationship. Jacob Oden is another one, and that a plethora of the guys along the offensive line. So this would be a massive get. I even saw Jeremiah Beasley weigh in. So this would be, again, a massive get for the Wolverines. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Before we move on to our next topic, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and that notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. The Wolverines recently made the top 10 for elite edge rusher in the 2025 class and the number 1 edge in the 2025 class, number 7 player overall in that class, Zion Grady out of Alabama. Grady included Michigan in his top 10 along with Alabama, Florida State, Auburn, Louisville, Georgia, Tennessee, Oregon, Texas, and USC. That is obviously excellent and exciting news for the Wolverines. Right now, there are no plans set for a visit. However, I will keep you posted on this and all news recruiting for the Wolverines going forward. Moving on. Last but not least, Michigan has a couple important dates coming up, and one of the more important ones is tomorrow as the Big Ten Conference descends on Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis in the house that Peyton built, or rather home away from home for the Wolverines, as they have won the last 2 Big Ten titles in Lucas Oil. Some of the more pressing questions for the Wolverines, in my opinion, will be CB2, obviously, who is leading or who is the leader in the clubhouse for that cornerback position opposite of All-American Will Johnson. And what will the Michigan offense look like this season? Obviously, it's been run heavy the last several seasons. Hopefully, with new offensive coordinator, with Sharon Moore in that offensive coordinator alone and full time in that position, we'll see if the playbook is opened up a little bit, if the pass game is incorporated a little more than it has been in the past. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think the Michigan offense will look like in this 2023 season and what you think the Wolverines will address at the Big Ten Media Days. It does, like I say, kick off tomorrow, although the Wolverines aren't scheduled to participate, or at least for their portion of the media days to really kick off until the following day on the 27th. The 3 players that will be attending the media days along with head coach Jim Harbaugh are senior running back Blake Corum, graduate defensive back Mike Sanderstill, and senior defensive lineman Chris Jenkins. So hopefully we can get some of our questions answered in terms of what the offense will look like, what cornerback two will look like, as well as some other questions surrounding the Wolverines for the upcoming season. In addition to that, August 5th is another big date as top 100 wide receiver Gatlin Bear out of Idaho will be making his college decision as well. It really looks like an unusual two-team race with the Wolverines battling Boise State of all programs for his signature on National Signing Day. This is another race where I wouldn't count out Oregon as they are always a threat. However, I think the Wolverines pull this one off. Let me know what you think. Obviously, this would be another big win for the Wolverines if they can pull it off. If not, it would be a massive loss. I am excited to see Gatlin Bear and what he can do in a Wolverines uniform in a couple of years, because we all know he does have that LDS 2-year commitment out of high school. So he won't be there immediately, but eventually he will be. And hopefully he's there with a certain gunslinger out of Belleville High School. We all know who that is, Bryce Underwood. And that would make for very, very exciting and explosive plays down the field, I'm sure, for the Wolverines. But let me know what you think. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof. All right, now I'ma calm down, son. I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that puff. I just don't get it, son, for real. Just calm down.